Welcome back, Canonites, for another monthly recap. Once again, we had a hell of a month with all sorts of news and reveals, so let's dive in. Starting with in case you missed it, Halo Canon saw 6 videos this month. Starting things out was an exploration of the term hyperlethal and how it changed since its introduction. Next was a complete history of the ODSTs from inception to their post-war activity. After that, we covered the latest Halo Infinite development update, followed by an examination of the Flood's developmental stages. And closing out the month, we had a breakdown of the new Infinite multiplayer trailer, and finally an overview of the latest Inside Infinite article from Halo Waypoint. As always, these are linked at the bottom of the description box below if you haven't seen one or more of them already. From there we move on to official news and releases, and today we're going to try doing things a little differently. Normally I just kind of read off the news more or less in the order it released, but today I'm going to start grouping things together to make the presentation a little more organized and hopefully engaging. So starting things off in this category is toy news, and more specifically, Mega Construx. As you may recall, last month Mega had a fan voting contest for a future figure. Voting ended on the 5th, and as expected, the Haunted Helmet was the winning vote. I do hope TheReachWay gets his time in the spotlight though. Mega Construx also announced this month that, with the success of the Mega Construx Energy Sword, Mega is announcing another Halo weapon for their interlocking brick system, the Needler. The video preview shows the impressive set, which will release this fall. Personally, I can't wait to get my hands on it. It looks great. Wrapping up the Mega Construx news, the Chopper Takedown set with Fred 104 and Escharum released, and the Halo Mega Construx 20th Anniversary Pack went on sale briefly on Amazon, but is currently listed as unavailable, though hopefully more pre-orders should go up. To stay up to date on product releases and listings, follow both Halo Gear and Halo Collector on Twitter. The latter is a fan-run account, but it's up to date on the latest toy and collectible news at all times. Next up we have some Jazwares toy news. At the end of July, a Yoroi armor figure was shown, though this month we got to see it in full color detail, and damn does it look good. Several of the Jazwares 4-inch World of Halo figures also went on sale this month, including a Hyperius figure and a 2-pack featuring the Chief and Tovaris, one of the new Brute commanders. There's also a 3-pack available featuring Tovaris, Hyperius, and a Camo Chief, along with a 2-pack with a Spartan and an Elite. A series of 6.5 Spartan figures also went on sale this month. From there, let's move on to more general merchandise. With 2021 being Halo's 20th anniversary, there are, of course, a huge selection of merch items either currently available or available soon. Among this is a pair of controller/wire holders modeled after the CE versions of Chief and Cortana, which I've personally pre-ordered and cannot wait to get my hands on. Halo also teamed with Numskull Designs for a series of gaming and tech accessories, winter clothing, and other Halo-branded items. You can see what's available where by visiting Numskull's website. And through September 7th, the Xbox Gear Store is doing a back-to-school sale with up to 40% off, so check that out if you're in need of some cool Halo merch. Of course, the big announcements this month came from Gamescom. Alongside a new trailer diving into Spartan Commander Agrina's backstory and a release date for Halo Infinite, Xbox and 343 are releasing a line of 20th anniversary products: an Xbox Series X, a limited edition Series 2 Elite controller, a Razer Kyra Pro headset, and a series of Seagate gaming drives starting at 2 TB of storage going up to 5. All items are appropriately Halo themed. Continuing the Halo Infinite train, the game, as mentioned, finally has a release date, Wednesday, December 8th. Certainly an interesting day to choose. It's not a Tuesday like we traditionally expect, and it's one day short of the 343rd day of the year, December 9th. But regardless, it's damn good to finally have a release date. And of course, the start of the month saw the end of the first Halo Infinite flight. Many people got their first chance to play and see the game while uncovering several minor to serious bugs with the game and providing invaluable feedback. We got our first look at 343's takeaway from that with an August development update video, which revealed a number of details, including the fact that co-op campaign will not be included at launch and neither will Forge. Currently, the features are slated to be added 3 months and 6 months after release, respectively. We also got our latest Inside Infinite article, going into more specific details about the flight, the data 343 collected, and some of the changes they plan to make for the future. Unfortunately, during the flight, a ton of campaign and multiplayer data was mined from the build, including a ton of spoilers for the game's story. So if you hadn't heard about that already, stay safe out there, be vigilant, be careful. A lot of people that are assholes. From there, we wind down with some general news items. First, there was a Twitch Rivals event where several Halo 2 veterans faced off in the classic title with a $150,000 prize pool, $100,000 of which was donated by Ninja himself. Several ladies of the Halo community hosted a grassroots playdate on Friday the 27th, giving away some unique MCC nameplates. HCS also announced its partner teams for the launch of Halo Infinite. 343 partnered with the Waze app this month to bring people some unique in-app avatars and voices. If you aren't aware, like I wasn't before making this video, Waze is a navigational app with some unique features. I'd recommend downloading and trying it yourself. It's free, as there's really no replacement for hearing Esherim guide you to the gas station from your own phone. And wrapping up this part is the latest employee spotlight over at 343industries.com. This month's spotlight features Leonard Holman, Senior Software Engineer. As I've often said, these are great insights into the various aspects of game development, and if you're interested in learning more about the people behind Infinite, these are the best resources. Next up, let's take a look at MCC news from this past month. First, a new MCC blog is in the works thanks to Farns. You may recall Farns from the old blogs, who would always give us a look at features in development and where they were in terms of priority. Seems he's working on a new blog, though the release date has not been given. 343 dove into details on the weapon offset feature that they've been working on for MCC, which will allow players to adjust the weapon's view model position on screen. This was flighted in the most recent MCC flight, though the feature was held back from release as 343 needed more time to fine-tune it and respond to some player feedback. The feature is looking pretty good at the moment though. The final version of weapon offsetting is currently slated for Season 8, as is the addition of Halo 3 and Halo CE to the custom games browser. Speaking of Season 8, we wrap up this section with a look at some features that will be flighted for Season 8 in the near future. These include additional features for ODST Firefight to bring it more in line with Reach's options, a return of the classic Halo CE HUD with 4K support and a toggle in the settings, new armors, visors, back accessories, and skins for Halo 3, new Halo Reach content including new helmets, file share support for PC including trust levels for files and a report function, player reporting options in more places including the post-match scoreboard, accessibility features including subtitle customization and color blindness options, a new Halo 3 map, Icebox, the Halo Online remake of Turf, I'm particularly excited for that, and Steam account linking so you can see your Steam friends in-game. In addition, there are two features I'm particularly looking forward to. First, we have Flood Firefight coming to ODST. I cannot wait to see that in action. And second, we'll be getting new campaign collectibles for Halo 3. I'm guessing it'll be minor stuff like the collectible dolls for Halo 2 Anniversary, but I'm excited regardless of what it turns out to be. I'm not holding my breath for more lore content, but goddamn would that be cool. Closing out the news for today is something a little more tragic. Potential trigger warnings for violence and murder. You can skip ahead to the timestamp on screen if you rather avoid these topics. For those still here, however, the Brazilian voice actress for Cortana, Mercy from Overwatch, and many others, Christiane Luis, was sadly murdered this month. The suspect is in police custody, though accomplices remain at large, at least as of August 16th. I can only hope that they'll be caught and the book thrown at them. I've avoided naming the murderers here simply because I don't want to give them any notoriety, but you can find more details at PC Gamer, the article linked below. With that, however, we come to our final section, Community Highlights. First up, the live-action Halo production, Long Way Home, premiered at the start of the month. The short follows a lone ODST after a failed drop onto Delta Halo. It's a really good production that I absolutely recommend checking out. Next up, we have this awesome Hayabusa commission by Nova Ice Team, depicting the armor in a more traditional Japanese art style. I always love art like this, taking something modern and depicting it in an older setting or style. Check out the piece on Reddit. After that, we have a really awesome redesign of the Master Chief's Mark IV armor by the OldWizardSlayer. Check it out on Reddit. Next up, we have a fantastic looking screenshot by Hecht70R0 on Reddit. Titled Cold Storage, it shows how good Halo 5 can look. check it out on Reddit. Following that is something really damn cool, an Acappella take on the Halo theme by Peter Hollens. It's damn good, so check it out on YouTube. Next, we have a sequel to Forklift Man, his arch nemesis Pelican Girl. Check out the artist Matthew on Twitter. After that, we have some fantastic top-downs of Halo Infinite maps from the flight by ArturBloodshot. You can check out Artur's work on Twitter, ArtStation, and even YouTube, so be sure to check him out. Following that are a pair of custom controller designs by user Ben on Twitter. One Covenant themed, the other UNSC. They both look fantastic. Check out Ben on Twitter. Next, we have this fun Halo Star Wars piece by Tungsten Hale, showing a Spartan riding a banished ghost decked out like Rey's speeder from The Force Awakens. Check out Tungsten Hale on Twitter. Next up, we have some awesome commissions by SpartanVorpal depicting statues of the three main Sangheili gods, Jory, Fide, and Urs. These pieces are absolutely fantastic, so check out SpartanVorpal on Twitter. After that, we have a Clippy-inspired personal AI for Halo Infinite by Maliq Makes. Check out Maliq on Twitter. Next up, we have this fantastic Halo Infinite poster design by David Alfano. It absolutely looks like a classic movie poster, so check out Dave on Twitter. Following that, we have an amazingly cute painting of the weapon by artist Zodenn on Twitter. Be sure to check it out. Next, we have an awesome painting of a young Forthencho, the Lord of Admirals and leader of ancient humanity's military. Check out the artist Deacon on Twitter. After that is a piece of art by Rizo depicting a Spartan patiently waiting for a team while keeping company with a Lumu AI. I love it, it's fantastic, so be sure to check out Rizo on Twitter. Next up is something really cool from voice actor Henry Badger, his take on Banished and Covenant personal AI for Infinite. I think he does an absolutely stellar job myself, so check it out on YouTube. Following that, returning creator Tom Jurassic earns his name with a pair of UNSC Marines running into a wild T-Rex. Check out Tom on Twitter. After that, we have one of the best ODST cosplays I've ever seen, accompanied by some sexy sax music. Check out the cosplayer, Smelms, on Twitter and Instagram. Next up, I'd love to give a shout out to Taquin, also known as TheReachWay on YouTube. He does a lot of fun content, and recently, he made a compilation of some of the funnier Halo Infinite bot behaviors he encountered during the flight. If you need your spirits lifted, this is the video for you. Check out TheReachWay on YouTube. Next, we have some more awesome toy photography, this time from Evolution24 on Twitter, featuring Jegarodamni, a Hand of Atriox. Check out Evolution24 on Twitter. After that, we have this awesome recreation of the cover for Halo the Flood by Fletch of Ultimate Halo. Check him out on Twitter. Following that is an awesome recreation of the Chief giving the Covenant back their bomb by Archangel470. Check him out on Twitter. Next, we have a commissioned piece by Dagger6 showing a grunt getting ready for a revolution. Check out Dagger6 on Twitter. Our penultimate shoutout goes to Silver Valkyrie with this render of Fret. Fred is easily my favorite AI from Infinite so far. Check out Silver on Twitter. And of course, we end with the Halo Community Spotlight for August. As one might expect, it primarily features awesome and hilarious clips from the Halo Infinite flight from across the community. As always, check it out in full on HaloWaypoint.com. With that, we close out this latest Halo monthly recap. Remember, if you want to see anything in particular shouted out, Halo or otherwise, just let me know in the comments below, or hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, or even here on YouTube. And if I miss your message, please keep bothering me. One of my many weaknesses is my terrible memory outside of Halo lore, of course. While I continue to work on improving that, things do slip through the cracks. If I ever miss a request, I truly am sorry. In addition, let me know what you thought of the new format for the official Halo news section. Hopefully that will make the section, again, more engaging and interesting and easier to absorb. Otherwise, thanks for watching as always, stick around for the Patreon shoutout, and until next time, this has been Halo Canon. First, I'd love to give a big thank you to our Horospis patrons. First, there's Hope, then we have Freight, Discombobulated Sycophant, Justin Montgomery, Ada Frame, Man in the Dark, Keisha Dila, and Daddy Anarchy. I apologize if I butchered any of your names, but thank you all for your amazing support of the channel. Next, I'd like to give a thank you to our theoretical patrons. If you'd like to see your name here or get a direct shout out, check out patreon.com/halocanon. You can simply support the channel or get additional benefits, such as behind the scenes material, including raw audio for upcoming videos, or even shoutouts like this. All patrons now get early access to certain videos as well, and more benefits are to come. However, your continued viewership is more than enough for me. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, or maybe even subscribing to the channel if you aren't already. If you really enjoy my work, turn on that notification bell so you can be among the first to see new videos when they release, or in some cases premiere. But for all my fellow Canonites, keep on being awesome.